It's the Ross Tucker Football Podcast.
Oh, man. Yeah, it is, but I can't do it. I can't do my normal thing. I'm telling you guys, I feel fine, but I have like a frog in my throat, so I can't really do the ho-ho. Yeah, it is. So hopefully that'll be back by Wednesday. What we do have tonight is Jven Williams, the newest 5-star recruit in the class of 2023 in high school football. Happens to be from my high school, Wyoming, Pennsylvania. Every once in a while, I like to sprinkle in a potential future NFL player on the show for us to get a chance to talk to a little bit and you to get a feel for what these young men are like when they are 16 years old. So Jven will join us momentarily. It is a new week, which means we'll have a new Spread the Word winner, a new sponsor confirmation email winner, a new YouTube shout out winner, especially since I forgot all of them last week. We are presented by DraftKings. And you know what? I'm not going to say the other stuff because my voice is garbage. And I'm just trying to get through this for you guys because I love you and I love today's guest. It's Big Show time.
The Big Show.
You know, a year ago at this time, I'm not even sure I knew who this kid was. It was February of 2021. The first time I really knew about him was, I want to say last April. And for those of you that aren't familiar, go ahead and Google Jven Williams, Jven Williams. He just got his 5th star, which is as high as you can possibly be rated as a high school player. There's only about 30 or 40 in the country that get it. So, Jven, thank you for coming on the show. You've talked to me enough that you know this isn't my real voice.
Thank you for having me.
But I want to start with that, man. How did it feel to get your 5th star?
That's like one of my lifelong goals. So it was being a 5-star and being on ESPN 300. Those are like my lifetime goals. So it's a dream come true to see my hard work pay off.
It's so funny because they didn't even have stars. Or at least I don't even know about stars when I was playing, when I was in high school. But now that's like a real status symbol, isn't it?
Right, right.
So what, I mean, obviously it's a goal and you accomplished it, but what does it really mean? Like what do you, when you look at it, what does that mean to you moving forward?
Personally, that's a goal that I accomplished. Rankings really, I try not to let that affect me at all. But going forward, that's just, extra motivation. That's expectations on me that, I have to perform to that level. So it's kind of like a rubric on what I have to accomplish this season.
I love it. I love it, man. That's what I was hoping you would say. So let's tell the story, Jven, because you go to my high school, and last April, maybe, I think, maybe March, maybe May, I don't know, but you sent me an email to rosstucker.com, which, by the way, is where all the listeners send their emails out of nowhere. Like, where did that come from, and what was the genesis of it?
For me, I want to be personal. I want to be one-on-one. I thought, in my opinion, I didn't think you were going to respond to me. I just searched up Ross Tucker's email. Literally, I went on Google, searched up Ross Tucker's email, and that's what it gave me, the Ross Tucker app podcast or something similar to that. And I just emailed you and I just told you how I was feeling. I said something on the lines of I go to Wyoming in your school. I told you my weight and my size and how a lot of people told me I could play Power 5 football, but I just don't think I was there mentally or physically yet. And I just I knew that you had to go big and all that, so I knew that you had some sort of knowledge on recruiting, and it was just a connection. It was easy. You went to Wine Missing, I go to Wine Missing. It was really simple for me, and I appreciate the help that you gave me since then.
Did you think about just asking any of the coaches for my phone number or anything?
Honestly, no. I was like, I was just so I don't even know how to explain it. It was just for the most part. You've been a Wine Missing since and recently, so your name's all over the place. As far as your jerseys and all that stuff. So I didn't think they were like they would even give me it, but so I just took my own initiative on it and made sure to email you, so I knew that you would definitely get it.
Well, it's awesome, man. It is really, really awesome. I guess I'm a little curious, and probably the listeners are too. I guess I'm curious. Before you emailed me, how much did you know about me? I mean, like, and how?
Um, I'm not gonna lie. It was like you're an offensive lineman, so for me, that was like, oh my god. First of all, someone to go to the NFL, like everyone in Wine Missing, Alex Anzalone's that guy that they all, we all stargaze over. But for me, it was Raw Sucker. He was a lineman for the most part. He was a lineman. He went to Princeton, and you played with Coach O'Neal, so he was like my first mentor, first person I looked up to. So I knew a lot. Like I'd always ask questions. How was his mentality? How did he take coaching? How good? Like how good was he? I'd ask a whole bunch of questions to the whole staff, just so I could see how you thought about the game and how you intercepted everything, and you played your game, and I want to kind of replicate that.
Do you remember what I said to you when we first spoke?
Yeah, I remember you told me. You said I remember exactly. You said you're definitely like you have the body to go to Division 1 school, and you're going to get me there. I'm going to go to Division 1 school now. Whether that's Delaware or Penn State, that's to be discontinued. But you told me. I remember that's exactly you gave those two schools, and you gave that little comparison, and that was just a spark. That sparked a plug for me.
So, just to fast forward for everybody, Jven ended up, he had never started a high school game when he emailed me when we spoke because Wine Missing had a lot of seniors and Jven was only in 10th grade. So, fast forward junior year, you play your first 3 games. And since I can't really talk, why don't you tell the story of what happened next?
For the most part, most of the the training and all that took place in the summer. The summer going into my junior year, I trained at Garage Strength. Dane Miller, Trevor Stutzman. Um, I did a lot of lifting. I throw the shot put in discus, so that got my feet and my strength levels up. And then I just came into summer camp. A big thing for me was I wanted to learn every position on the field. I started at strong side tackle, but I knew every other position on the line. And going into that season, I like everyone thought I was going to get those smaller FCS offers at the end of the year. Like that was a big thing. Everyone was telling me wait till the end of the year, February of your junior year. That's when they're usually going to start rolling in. So that was my expectation, and that's how I kind of attacked the season. I didn't think anything was going to come any earlier than that. I had 3 really good games, and then the rest is history.
Well, kind of. Tell the process of your video and then what we did. And then when I sent those text messages out, and then when you first got the call from Pitt.
You're right. Okay, so I had the 3 games. I had the highlights, and I remember you told me, your best 25 plays. I set it up, and I sent it to you, and that it wasn't in the correct order at first. Like I didn't have it in the right order. I didn't showcase all of my abilities. It was really one-sided, and you really helped me show a little diversity in my game. And you told me you had a bunch of connections with you had Rutgers was like one of the first schools you played with Coach Orr, so that was like a real cool connection there. And then it was a couple of days. A couple of days went by, and the coach followed me on Twitter. Coach Oric and Coach Troutwine. He followed me a couple months back because of the camp I went to that summer. But I got into communication with a couple of the coaches, and that's when like the reality of I could play Division I football, Power 5 football came into reality. And then Pitt, they called me like 9 o'clock at night, and I remember they just told me they offered me, and then I was so grateful. I was so excited to post it. Like that was the day I just wanted to post it, let everyone know what was going on. And then I'm not gonna lie, I shed a couple tears, but I was just really happy, and I told my family. I ran around the house yelling and all that stuff. So yeah, it was a really great opportunity, and I'm happy that happened.
So, give everybody the stats. How big are you? And then what's your best shot put, throw, and discus throw ever?
So right now, currently, I'm 6'4.5", and I weigh 305 pounds. And my best shot put throw ever was 59 feet and 3 inches, and my best discus throw is 185 feet even. So that's just 185 feet.
And where would that rank you in your class nationally?
I haven't checked in a while just because that was last year, but that ranked me at the time. That's the end of the season, so that ranked me like I want to say fourth in discus, third in shot put in the nation. I just knew I was inside top 5 for both. Usually, when it comes to track and field, you'll have a thrower that's really good at one. You know, it's not common to see them really good at both. So that played a huge role in like my versatility, and it showed a lot of coaches where that power and footwork came from.
So what I think is crazy, maybe the most surprising thing about you for my listeners, Jven told you he's 6'4.5", 305 pounds. If you watch his video, he moves extremely well, very athletic, but you're 16. I
Right.
mean, you don't even turn 17 until August of your senior year of high school. I mean, do you realize you could very easily be in the class below?
That was actually going to be a decision I was going to make. I was going to reclass just because I don't turn 16 till the end of August. Like August 30th is my birthday, but I was going to reclass, but it wasn't worth it. But yeah, I'm a young buck, but I'm an early bloomer.
August 30th?
Yes,
Oh
sir.
my gosh. You are a baby, dude.
Yeah,
You should be a class of 24.
I should.
All right. So recently you committed to Penn State. Why? What's the biggest reasons why?
I always saw everyone. There was just like really, I broke it down. There was 3 things that Penn State could offer me that no one else could really offer me. Like 3 components, and that was like great football. You know, you're playing in front of 107,000 people on a regular basis. So that's awesome. Just a 16-year-old, and just as a high school football player, that's something that you look around and you see. And I'm from Eastern Pennsylvania, so I never grew up as a college football fan, but all my friends are Penn State fans. Everyone's a Penn State fan, and that's just like the community. Like you go around, like you could drive around and you'll see 15 Penn State flags hanging up on your neighbor's door. So that was one component of just like the support and the environment. The second would be the great academics. They have really good academics. That's you can't play football forever, so that was a good thing for me to be able to hold back on. And then lastly, my parents, like being able to come to every game. As I was growing up, my dad came to every single game. He's never missed a game. So like for me to go play at like Southern California or Oregon, like I wouldn't be comfortable. I want my parents to be able to make it to every single one of my games. And not just that, they just treated my family like they were part of their family. And that just, for me to see that in my own like eyes, that's just an amazing thing.
I love it. And why did you decide to make the decision now rather than visiting more schools?
For me, I visited a couple of schools. We talked about waiting to take official visits and all that, but for me, I didn't want to waste anyone's time. Like that for me was a big thing. I wanted to stay respectful to every coach that offered me. I wanted to be like truthful to them. If I didn't feel like I couldn't see myself suiting up in their jerseys, then I tell them like I can't see myself going to that school. Thank you for the opportunity. But that was like the most part. I just want to get that out the way. And there was coaches coming into school all day, every day, and like to me, I didn't want to like that. Just wasn't me. I'm not someone that I love attention and all that, but I just really want to get out of the spotlight and focus on just being a high school student, if that makes sense.
Heck yeah, it does. Yep, I totally understand. What are the biggest things you're trying to improve on?
Number one is definitely pass blocking. Wing T, we like just never pass block, and if we do, it's not a traditional pass block set. It's more of a, I don't even know how to call it, just like play action football. But pass blocking, um, I'm going to be playing guard this year, so like conditioning, like I want to play at somewhere around the 300 range, and I want to be able to move at the same level and be able to play the whole game, both sides of the ball, and I just want to be a leader for my team. That's something that I'm probably going to work on. I want to be a captain, so me being able to lead my team is something that I'm definitely going to have to work on this year.
Love it. Love it all. How often do you think about potentially playing in the NFL?
That was always a goal. Like that, even as a little kid, I thought I could play running back, but realistically, playing in the offensive line, I like if I'm not watching Netflix or playing video games, I'm watching Quentin Nelson or Trent Williams or Taylor Lewin or just someone, just learning the game. I really want to play in NFL and give back to my community and make sure that my parents never have to work again and just give them everything that they gave me. So that to me is just a huge deal in my life right now, just getting to that level.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And you know what it's going to take, right?
Right. A lot of hard work and sacrifices.
There's no other way. There's just too many kids. There's too many people. There is no other way. One last thing. I have a T-shirt downstairs that says 2012 state champs, 16-0. Do you think in 2022, 10 years later, do you think I'll be getting a new T-shirt?
Yes, 100%. That's something I talk about with my teammates all the time, just buying into what we're preaching. We, as you know, we went to states twice this year and last year. We lost both times to the same team. That was hard, really, really hard on the team. Just, losing to the same team. And we lost 7-0 this year, so not even getting a score on the board. That we took that pretty hard. But I think what people really don't notice is like, we are losing seniors. We lost, that one year we had my older brother on the team. We lost like 20 something seniors. Like that was like 75% of our team. And we came back and went back again. And now we're gonna have easily the biggest line we ever had in line missing. We're gonna have Caleb Brewer, 6'5", 280 pounds. Payson Ziegler, he's gonna be 6'4", 260. Me, 6'5", 310, somewhere around there. And then we're gonna have Cooper Young, he's 6'2", 270. We're just gonna have a really big line that we never really was able to showcase because we have like last year we had Jack Miller. He was a fullback, and he was maybe 5'9", not even 200 pounds. So I'm not saying that played a role in any sort of anything that happened in the game, but I think like we're going to be pretty successful this year, and we're moving up to a different league. So we're going to have a bunch of competition this year that's going to really get us to that next level.
Jven, sorry my voice is not great, but thank you so much, man, for
Thank
coming
you for
on the
having me.
show.
I appreciate it.
Really, really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Anytime.
Wow, that was awesome. I love that kid. So impressed with what he's been able to do. By the way, if you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use promo code Ross, bet just $1 on any NBA team and get $150 in free bets if they win. That's promo code Ross at DraftKings Sportsbook, official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Tuck's Takes.
Hey, Ross. Let's start today with Ali Marpet, Tampa Bay Bucks left guard, retiring after 7 years in the NFL. And while we're on the Bucks, they also picked up the fifth-year option on linebacker Devin White.
So, a lot of people are really surprised by Ali Marpet, and I guess I am too. But I don't know that we should be. You know, if you play 7+ years, you win a Super Bowl, you go to a Pro Bowl, you make $37 million. I don't know. I mean, if you understand the big picture of life and the wear and tear that football has on your body, some of the concerns about head injuries and repeated hits to the head, I don't think this should be that surprising. I know it is, but I don't think it should be as surprising as other people do, because I think more people, more of the players, quite frankly, should consider doing this.
Tuck's Takes.
So Sean McVay is going to return to the Los Angeles Rams. He's not going to entertain any of these TV offers from Amazon or Fox or anybody else.
I think that means that the Rams gave him a new contract and a lot of money. What I think is, and that's not surprising, I think it'd be weird if he quote unquote retired or stepped away after winning a Super Bowl, after he just got Stafford to come out there to LA. That would be weird. I think he was leveraging TV to get a new contract. And so good for him, I guess. The thing I've never understood about that is why player contracts are public knowledge and coaching contracts aren't. That's annoying to me. If everybody gets to know what each player makes, we should all get to know what each coach makes.
Tuck's Takes.
Looks like Eric Bieniemy is going to be back as the OC in Kansas City, and joining him, former assistant coach with the Chiefs is back, Matt Nagy.
Right, who has been on this show before. There had been some drama, reportedly, between Bieniemy and the Chiefs. Evidently, it's not that much drama because he's coming back for another year. But I think, you know, there's still a possibility he gets a head coaching job at some point. So it's a good place for Nagy to come back and be ready and be the next man up if Bieniemy gets a head coaching job at some point.
Tuck's Takes.
Carolina Panthers re-signed their tight end Ian Thomas to a 3-year deal.
Always kind of surprising to me when these guys sign before free agency. I mean, he must love it there and or felt like it was a great deal, because why not use the leverage of the combine and of free agency? It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm not doing any emails. I'm not doing any, look, I just got to rest this voice tonight. So I'm good to go for the college draft tomorrow. So shout outs, Pizza Boy Brewing, Sporticulture, HumanHeadNYC.com, SteakhouseSports.com. I'm telling you guys, I feel fine. I don't even have a sore throat. I just have a frog in my throat. So don't get mad at me. The show must go on. You must get your podcast. And I sound like crap. I think we're done here.
It's a big frog.
Thanks for listening to the Ross Tucker Football Podcast. Make sure to also subscribe to the Fantasy Feast, Even Money, Business of Sports, and College Draft. All available at Apple Podcasts, rosstucker.com, or wherever podcasts can be found.
A lot of times on the show, I mentioned DraftKings. Here's what you need to know. You got to be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT. By the way, if what I was talking about included a deposit bonus, doesn't always, sometimes it does. Deposit bonus requires 25 times playthrough, and deposit bonuses are paid out in site credit.